Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. In a recent episode of Adeola Depot and Gareth A. Davis' podcast on TalkSport, the possibility of a Moses Itauma-Fabio Wardley fight came up. Gareth A. Davis in particular was saying that this is an obvious fight that needs to be made and kind of suggesting that it would be made at some point. Now, of course, that's very possible, but the elephant in the living room, of course, is Ben Davison. He's the trainer of both guys, although Fabio Wardley is also with his original coach, so he's got kind of a co-trainer situation going on. And Ade and Gareth A. Davis kind of agreed that if an Itauma Wardley fight were made, it would be Wardley that would break away from Ben Davison for that fight because he's got another trainer, and also because the perception is that Itauma is the money and that Itauma has a higher ceiling. And so Davison would presumably want to go with a guy with the higher ceiling. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I don't think that fight is anywhere close to being a possibility at this stage. I think you're more likely to see Anthony Joshua fight Fabio Wardley or Itauma than Itauma and Wardley fighting each other in the near future. I think you're more likely to see Wardley fight Usyk than fight Itauma anytime soon. I think if Itauma and Wardley do fight, it's going to be years down the line, maybe at least 3 years. I'd be surprised if it happened anytime in the next 18 months. It's heavyweight boxing. Unexpected things can happen, obviously. If I hadn't learned that in over 30 years of watching this sport, then I must have Alzheimer's. So yeah, unexpected things can happen. I'm not dismissing the possibility that Itauma versus Wardley happens sooner rather than later, but I suspect it will happen a lot later if it happens at all. If they were to fight right now, who would I go with? It's getting to the point with Fabio Wardley, since I picked against him so many times, not because I got anything against him, just because he's been going up against far more experienced operators. And I've been going with the experience rather than the raw fighting ability of Wardley. If he were to fight Itauma next, I'd be doing the very same thing. I'd be picking the experience of Itauma because he had amateur experience, which Wardley didn't have. And also the speed, the poise, the technique, the explosiveness of Itauma. You couldn't count Wardley out because Wardley has answered questions that Itauma hasn't been asked yet. In the ring, I'm talking about. Wardley's ticked a lot of boxes. With Itauma, there's a load of question marks. But in order to ask Itauma those questions in the ring, you're going to need to overcome his talent to survive the rapid fire shots that are coming at you. The hair trigger reflexes, the accuracy, the punching power, the foot movement. You're going to have to somehow survive that blitz in the early going. And that's no mean feat. If you can somehow survive it, and Wardley's certainly got the heart, then maybe you get to ask Itauma some serious questions and see whether he can answer them. But yeah, if that fight were to happen anytime soon, I'd be picking Itauma by stoppage. But I don't see it happening, let's say, in the next 18 months. But what say you? Give me your thoughts about this one in the comment section below. Maybe you see it differently than me. That's perfectly fine. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.